Ah, is California continually being the most unpopular state in the U.S.? You got it next. We have that article as well as several other articles about the shortage of homes, which we continue to talk about. And then what's happening with our market? Is all cash offers starting to come in from out of the country? We're going to go over those articles as well next on Real Estate Daily. Welcome, everyone. My name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage market. Now, the craziness continues out there. There's so much going on in the macro, in the government, as well as in the real estate market. But before we jump into all of that mess, let's go do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Boom, boom. Helps the channel out. As well as if you guys are in the market and you're on the sideline, and yesterday we talked about 60% of the buyers are sitting on the sideline waiting for rates to drop, which is the number one reason. Well, while you're doing that, do me a favor. You can go down below, click the link, and get a free buyer's guide. It's in-depth guide of all of the procedures going through when you're purchasing a home. Now, let's jump right into it. CNBC today, Diana Olick, AKA G-Friend. The shortage of houses is hitting some people harder and areas harder than others. Wow, did I really mess that headline up? The shortage of houses is hitting some people and areas harder than others. Well, guys, we all know this. I mean, there's just not enough house for people. Here last week, we went over an article saying that California was a million homes short. And that's just in California, let alone other parts of the United States that are exploding, and the population keeps going up. And of course, the amount of people coming over the border was in the millions and millions on a yearly basis. Where are we housing all these people? Well, I know that we also talked about a few, different cities in the United States that have becoming abandoned. Retail as well as industrial locations are becoming abandoned, and that's where the homeless are going. Hopefully, they're being put there. But this doesn't stop that. What is happening out there is insane. So if we continue to talk about housing shortage, then we have to address it. I'm really hoping that the federal government does. The state government surely is not going to. They're out. They're broke. They're really broke. We're already running a deficit after receiving $150 billion only 18 months ago. Let's jump into the next article here. DS News. All cash home purchase hit the highest level since 2014. Yes, people are coming over from other countries, and it's just becoming crazy. I've been going up against all cash offers. Now, if you look in California, yes, it's coming from out of country where people are not happy with their situations, not happy with their governments. So they're bringing over their wealth and they're coming here to the United States for a better opportunity. Now, in other states, let's say like Texas, as well as, Utah or Florida, they're getting cash offers from people fleeing this garbage state, California. We're going to go over an article here about how unpopular California is. They're fleeing the state, and because the values of the properties are so high here and the demand, they can sell their home and then buy a home for cash in another state and then have money on the sidelines in case they want to get, rehab their house or make it look nicer, or hold money on the side, put investments, buy a car, whatever. That money is there. So now we're seeing it, and we're seeing this uptick. Looks like we're approaching about 35% of properties. In fact, it's 33.4% as of April. This is crazy numbers that are going on right now. And we're just showing that the wealth in the United States is still here, even though we continue to see rates rise and people become unemployed. All right. Let's jump into this. Home equity levels decline 0.7 year over year from CoreLogic. And the biggest declines are in Washington, California, and Utah. And it's kind of interesting because it says these states' losses coincide with the declaration of home prices, which have hit the Western markets the hardest. Guys, let's be very, very frank about this conversation. Okay, those states have quite a lot of equity in them. So when people fall on hard times, what do? They can go in and with these, even though the rates are enormous, they go pull cash out of their homes. Okay, this is the decline. Decline isn't in pricing. We're at almost all-time highs in Orange County. We're closing in on all-time highs in LA and Riverside and San Bernardino counties. Guys, we're all there. The problem is that people need money. And so when they come in, they fall on hard times. They want to have that little nest egg. What's the easiest way to do it? Take out a HELOC, which there's very little out there, but they'll pull cash out and even take a higher interest rate, knowing that they can take $100,000 off out and then put it as a nest egg. That is what's happening here. It's not because the values of properties are going down. They're not. Okay, I have the numbers to prove it. MLS shows it all day long. We're seeing property values just go crazy. Here in Orange County, we have again eclipsed last three weeks over $1 million in the average price of home. It's called median price of homes. It was when I did it last week, for last week's numbers, it was $1,065,000. That is crazy. This is Orange County as a whole. That means the smallest condo to the multi-million-dollar property, that is the median home price. All right, here we go. Drum roll, please. Orange County register. Unpopular California. 11% fewer Americans moved to the state over 5 years. This is the quote. It's a great place to visit. Maybe not anymore because of Disneyland, but who'd want to move there? Obviously, nobody. And it is the most unpopular state. We just have it run. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons. One is it's just been run in the ground by Sacramento. When you have such political and social agendas going on, and he could care less about what's happening with the state. Obviously, the homeless population has exploded under his regime. I mean, probably 200-300%. But more importantly, crime has gone through the roof all over the place in the major cities. Look at the dumpster fire he used to be in, which was San Francisco. Now he's in Sacramento. He'll make that a dumpster fire really quick. But look at this, man. Worst state anyone wants to move to. It's moving from, out of the country, not knowing the garbage you're going to roll into here. You're seeing a major companies moving out of state. The businesses are moving out of state. It's even funny. We had an article yesterday about the outflows of even though woke celebrities are moving out of state, they don't want to deal with this. It's gone way too far to the left, and this is what's happening. This is what happens when you actually, vote in just garbage, regulators / politicians. All right, let's go over this. What are the interest rates? Well, it's just kind of flat again. Conforming, conventional up 0.1. Again, 0.2 down on FHA, just not really a whole lot of movement. Jumbo is just a mess. I mean, one day it's down, almost 20 basis points. The next day it's up 14 basis points. There's no rhyme or reason here. It's, again, I can't stop reiterating this. You guys need to find the best mortgage lender out there, because you do not want to get caught up in jumbo. And jumbo is a very big part of this state because we have loans significantly over $1,080,000. And because of that, we want to make sure that on a certain day you can really get screwed, for the next 30 years or until you refi next, $20, $50, $100, $200 on a monthly basis. Again, make sure that you compete. And otherwise, if you're looking for a good lender, hit me down below. I can go and recommend it. I know one of our partners is What's a Mortgage, and they have a team over there that's run very tight by Tim, and he makes sure that everyone gets the best deal. So you guys, again, if you have any questions or anything, please leave it below. I'm more than happy to refer you out. You guys take care, and I will see you tomorrow.